The next slide we show is the secret we have kept hidden behind the curtain. Okay. Emerald members earn a huge $50 fast cash bonus for every new and existing sponsored LEAP member. Now, I kept saying to all of you, do whatever it takes. Get to Emerald. Now you're going to find out why. And I said, what's so exciting? Man, we're going to make a lot of money. How in the world are we paying out 50? Well, we are. And we figured out how we could do this. And it doesn't require any finance company. And it's there. I don't think anybody will ever figure it out, we would be fearful of them trying to steal our ideas. Okay, but nevertheless, here's the thing. Everybody got excited about that. I said, so why is it we're going to make a lot of money? And I said, yeah, but I think you're thinking it's going to be on the $50. Well, yeah, $50. See, for a long time I was trying to figure out how to pay the sponsor $5. Okay, but never could figure out a solution. But now we have a way to pay the sponsor, and it's the sponsor. If you're an Emerald member, in other words, you're in LEAP, you're in stage 2, okay, you're an Emerald, okay, for every person that you bring in new into LEAP or anybody that that's already in that pays the $49, we're paying out $50 to the sponsor. Now, I said to these leaders, I said, well, let me adjust your way of thinking. The company makes how much money with 1X? Now, occasionally people will say, well, you make $1 off of keys. Well, we're not making that anymore. We took that away. So the answer is nothing. Why would we do that? It's a lost leader. And at the mini convention we had out in Las Vegas, I was very clear about, the admin is going to be millionaires. But because of the logic of using 1X as a lost leader, we'll make our money in other areas with investment products, with finance services. Make a little with silver, and in QL Exchange we'll make some money, but that's small potatoes compared to some of the other things. We'll make good money with LEAP, all right? And at the same time, we're going to be helping members make money. But 1X was a lost leader. We weren't wanting to make money. Did it work? Have we brought in hundreds of thousands of members worldwide? I think that it was a pretty smart thing to do. So what we want you to do is start thinking like that. Think outside the box. Let me give you some examples. If you were to pay it forward for somebody, okay, and to come into this program that you paid the $49, how much are you going to make back instantly? $50. So why would you want them or expect them to pay $49? You want that resistance to be non-existent. You want to bring them in, because what is that member that you're bringing in truly worth? Well, I can tell you, $99,440 for you. So why not do everything you can to bring in everybody you can? Now, I asked one of the leaders on that call, But I asked him, I said, you know, and there was about 5 or 6 on the call. I said, is there anybody that you wouldn't pay it forward for? And he said, yeah, I wouldn't pay it forward for somebody who isn't going to work. And I said, okay, I can appreciate that. I understand that thinking. But I said, look, do you know what a targeted placement key is? He said, well, yes, of course. I can put somebody exactly where I want them. And I said, you're correct. What do you think of a targeted placement leap key? We're going to charge $1 for it. It's going to cost you $50. It's a $49 cost, or the deposit. We're going to add $1 to it, cost you $50. Now, with that in mind, you've got this person that you brought in, whether you paid it forward or they paid the $49 out of their pocket, and let's say they're not doing anything. They're not working. I believe that sooner or later they'll figure out how easy this is, but let's say that they're slow, okay? Well, why not, if you're an Emerald member, throw 4 people underneath them? 4. Bam! Now you're the sponsor of the person who was moving slow, and you're the sponsor of the 4 people underneath them. All right? That's how much money will they make? Now, they didn't sponsor those 4 people. They're going to earn $20, right? Because that $49 takes care of stage 1, tier 1. But they don't get all of that $20. They get 10 because they earned 20 and we gave them 10 and we took 10 to pay towards their advance, the $441 advance. Well, so that leaves $10. Is that enough to move to stage 1, tier 2? As long as you leave that auto upgrade on? Yeah, it is. Now they're going to tier 2. So those people that you bring in and they're going to bring in people, and you know, I said you can just drive this down. And one of the other leaders said, "Wait a minute, you can only drive this down so far." And I said, "Oh, you're absolutely correct." And I said, "Tell me, what does your row 1 look like?" He said, "Excuse me?" I said, your first row, are they ruby or are they emerald?" And he said, "Well, they're going to be emerald." And I said, "Yeah?" And I said, "Well, their 4th row is your 5th row." He said, "Yeah, you're right." And I said, "What does your row 2 look like?" And he said, "Well, they're Emerald members." And he laughed because he knew where I was going. I said, "They're driving your 5th or 6th row, right?" And he said, "Right." And I said, "That's the whole key here." And my comment next is, I want you to understand the enormity of what we're talking about here. Okay? Welcome to Emerald City.